My name is Dave Train, and this is Inside the Art of the Specific. We have chiropractor Dr. Jane Simbre calling from Daly City, California. She graduated from Life West in 2007. Dr. Jane, welcome to Inside the Art of the Specific.
Thank you, Dave. Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's get right on it. So how'd you get started in chiropractic?
So I actually got started in chiropractic because I used to work for a chiropractor, and he suggested that I look into getting into chiropractic school because I
Okay.
was interested in being a physical therapist. But he said, well, you can do physical therapy as a chiropractor and be a doctor, right? So to me, that kind of sounded appealing. And so I looked into it and got into chiropractic school, but obviously realized that the philosophy of chiropractic and physical therapy really don't match. They're
Mhm.
not the same thing. And so being in chiropractic school, I really fell in love with the philosophy of chiropractic and really didn't want to be a physical therapist anymore, wanted
Yeah.
to be a straight chiropractor,
Oh,
right?
that's
So
awesome. And then I know that you are part of the specific, which practices knee, chest, specific upper cervical. So how did you come across upper cervical chiropractic?
So that's a great question. Being chiropractic school, I was one of those students that really wanted to try a lot of things out and see what was out there, and came across Dr. Shondil, who is now a friend, a mentor, all of the above, in what I do in chiropractic. And he, talked a lot about upper cervical. And so, of course, we did learn, upper cervical in the clinic with a toggle. And I was working with a patient in there, and he had what is it, cerebral palsy.
Hmm.
Obviously, we know that's a congenital thing, and what could I really do to help him? And the results that he got when I put him under, under knee, not knee chest, but under the toggle, really changed and significantly, improved his quality of life. And
Yeah.
so right there, I realized, whoa, there's something much greater, working in this area. And so I looked more into it, and then ended up getting treatments through Dr. Sean Dill,
Hmm.
and it helped me, changes in the things that I had going on in my life. I had really bad sinus issues, allergies, chronic, neck, back pain, and it improved. And so I wanted then my aunt, who had polio when she was a child, to get under cares, and my parents as well. And the results that they received was phenomenal. And
Yeah.
I was just sold from that on. And I knew that there was something so much more deeper in being a knee chest practitioner or upper cervical chiropractor than what I even realized. So that's how I got into that.
I think it's awesome that you were able to not only learn but use upper cervical in chiropractic school. There are some schools out there that don't even teach it, don't even allow it on campus, don't even allow it in clinic. Which is kind of crazy. Because it's chiropractic. That's 100% for sure. And
Yeah,
but unfortunately, it's not necessarily on boards, so they don't allow it in some of those
yeah.
schools. So you know um, like not only do you are very involved with chiropractic, but mainly upper cervical. So why have you stayed with upper cervical for so long? What inspires you about upper cervical?
So, just like I said, the work in itself sells itself, right? The results that patients were getting, the results that I received, for me, like I said, I wanted to be able to provide patients with the best care that they can possibly receive, right?
Yeah.
And with that I feel that knee chest, the upper cervical work really affects the global being, right? Not just one little small pain here and pain there. I mean, we're talking about a global sense of a person's well-being. And so, being a part of the specific chiropractic center, that in itself is something that drives me and pushes me to continue to practice and to continue to keep my business going because of the dynamic of what the specific chiropractic center is about. Obviously, everyone on the team does knee chest,
Yeah.
and so I mean, it just the family of the specific is a group of people who strive to be everything other than fail. failure, right? I mean, I always say success is always the option, and so, and that's the type of influence and the inspiration and motivation I get, practicing and working with, a group of knee chest chiropractors, like the
Yeah.
specific chiropractic center. Right?
Yeah.
So
And then, one of the things that like you're successful in many fields. Like I always see your posts about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and you're obviously
yeah,
like I had mentioned that you're part of the specific and which is opening up your own business. And then obviously completing chiropractic school because that's the only way that you could open an office. But um,
yeah,
so so what do you think it takes to be successful in practice and
that's
also
a great
in
question.
Brazilian
Yeah.
Jiu-Jitsu?
Yeah. So I can really put all those together, right? In the sense of success, right? And in life, in chiropractic, in jujitsu, a lot of my success, is really solely based off it in all areas, right? Is solely based off of, my intention, my passion, and my willingness to want to achieve the greatest and the best that I can be. And also in that sense of really helping others, right? And so in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, I'm a brown belt, obviously striving and working to be a black belt.
Yeah.
In chiropractic, I have my own practice, and my goal is to be able to change people's lives and to help them, and so in each one of these things, and in life, I put a lot of my focus and attention on really doing things with intention. It's not just, excuse my language, half-ass, right?
Yeah.
You go in there with the intention to succeed, the intention to inspire others, the intention to want to fulfill a task, right? And so one of my biggest things to share with others is when you do anything you do in life, it's about having that intention to want to be able to succeed, right? Try not to do things, right, just because, or because someone's doing it, or because it's the greatest thing right now, but do it because there's a purpose, for why you want to do that. And when you do find that purpose, the intention that you put into that is powerful, and so and that's why the success that I have in all those aspects, and more importantly, the success in life,
Yeah.
because when I train jujitsu, that, to me, that's I learn a lot about myself, training jujitsu. And for me, it's we have this saying at our gym, it's we train for life. Yeah, we train, and we want to win medals, and we want to do well, and we want to achieve the next level, but really, in actuality, we're training for life.
Yeah.
So, and that's huge, and I really try to um, share that with patients, just in general of, you do things, you want to get well so that you can live life, so
Mm.
that you can be able to enjoy the things that, you have, your family, and living life happy, and not having to just be content, with whatever. So
Yeah, and
yeah,
and a lot of the docs that are involved with the art of the specific do train with life, because like a lot of students are looking towards graduation. Like I'm graduating here pretty soon. Some people are like, oh no, I'm done studying, I'm done training. I'm gonna throw away all the books, I'm gonna throw away all the seminars. But no, I mean, like in my mind, I feel like I'm getting ready to have to even study even more. But now it's more germane to like how I eat. you know.
yeah.
So, yeah, that's awesome.
No, and just to touch on that, Dave, you talk about you achieve a certain level, and because you graduated, right? And you achieve that level of graduating, and you never stop learning, right? I mean,
Yeah,
once I achieve the status of my black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which will be an amazing day for me. That's just start. I'm just starting,
yeah,
like that. Once you get to that black belt level, you're just starting your journey to actually achieve even greater, right? To become a master at something. And when you graduate from college and you learn, the things that you need to learn, it doesn't end there. It's like the real world now exists. There's no safety net anymore. It's now you're actually there to help real people that have real issues, and you have to pretty much convince them that what you're telling them is you're going to help them. You know
yeah,
what I mean? So it's an ongoing thing.
yeah. Yeah, and lastly, so what would be your greatest advice for a chiropractic student?
Yeah, so one of the things that in this process of, graduating, having graduated, in 2007,
Mhm.
starting a business, and trying to establish a career for myself, in the work that I do, um, you know, th- and I think as a student, we all know this, we get burned out, right? An overwhelming um, list of things that have to be done, that we have to learn about, and so forth. And one of the biggest things that I've learned through this process is having a balance, and is chiropractic important? Absolutely. Should you sleep, breathe, and live chiropractic, especially, when you're getting out there and doing what you're doing? Sure, but there has to be a balance in everything that we do, and making sure that you're doing the things to take care of yourself, and not just putting all your eggs in one basket and drowning yourself in just that and just one thing. And so if you can start now trying to create that balance of making sure you're taking care of yourself, making sure you're spending the time with the family, start now, because things aren't going to get any easier when you graduate and you start practicing, because it's still going to be busy,
Yeah.
and so and this is why I continue to to train jujitsu, because it keeps me balanced, because I'm able to now go on the mats and learn and teach others, and it's not chiropractic, but it's also still keeping me on my toes and keeping me to do the things that I love and I enjoy doing. So that's the biggest thing. To sum it up, it's balance. Keep a
Yeah.
balance in your life, and don't just drown yourself in one thing, or else you'll burn out, and it's not a good thing. You don't want to give up on the things that you love and you have passion for. So
So you're saying it's better on the outside.
is it better on the outside? Sometimes I think, man, I wish I was still in school. I don't have to think about these other things. But now it is better on the outside, because yeah, you're able to actually do everything that you want to do. So
Okay, so we'll just tell ourselves the grass is green on both sides. That's what we'll say.
yeah, okay, sure.
Dr. Jane, thank
Hey,
you so much.
it's how you perceive it, Dave. It's how you perceive it.
Yes, perception is reality for sure. Dr. Jane, thank you so much for sharing with us today. If you want more information or want to connect with Dr. Jane directly, check out the links below. Every couple of weeks, I'll be uploading a new interview with another doc from the Art of the Specific. If you like this video, please share it with your classmates, give this video a thumbs up, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. My name is Dave Train, and this was Inside the Art of the Specific. Thanks again.
Thank you.